News Talk 1150 WGBR. Good morning, WGBR time. We're on our way to a quarter till. It's not quite that far yet, but there you go. It's before 8 o'clock, and here every Monday morning we have our representative from Raleigh come into the studio with us. Representative Efton Sager is with us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Wayne.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine.
I'm glad you're here. There's a lot going on in Raleigh. Well, there's a lot going on across the nation, but well, we can only tackle Raleigh right now. But
we've got a couple of good things that's happened this weekend, and of course, one is we got the ruling from the court that we can go ahead and have our primary at the regular scheduled time, and the new districts will take effect.
Okay.
So I mean, sometime within the next month, I plan on getting with Senator Pate and maybe get with the Board of Elections, have a town hall meeting somewhere, probably the library, so people can come in and look at the maps and have any questions they've got, find out exactly who's going to be representing them. And I think I'm real proud that we're going forward with this thing instead of pushing it to July, so there'll be less confusion.
All right, now the districts were changed. How much were the districts changed? Were they changed a lot? Were they changed just a little, or what? How would you describe it?
Well, basically, I would say that they've changed a lot because, I mean, like I said, my makeup of the district that I'm going to have will be about a third of Wayne County. I'm losing the northern part of Wayne County, the very most western part of Wayne County, and southwestern part. And I go around and get the southeastern part of Wayne County now, and go down and get about 2/3 of Duplin County.
Oh my!
So it's confusing, particularly to me, as far as knowing exactly where my lines are. So I mean, like I said, if it's confusing to me at this point, I know it's going to be confusing to the voters. So we're going to have to get a more detailed map to find out exactly who's in the district.
So what happened to the area that you're no longer representing?
Well, part of that district was given to a District 10, which is out of Duplin County. I'm not out of Lenore County.
Lenore County.
And of course, that District 10 now stretches all the way from Craven County, around Lenore County, around Greene County, and around Wayne County. So it's a district that covers a lot of territory, and that is District 10, and my District 11 has been moved from here to Wake County, and I will be known as District 4.
Oh.
And I will be what they call double bunked with another Republican, which is in Duplin County, Jimmy Dixon.
Mm-hmm. So
Jimmy Dixon or I will be your Republican candidate in November.
All right, now this is in effect now, right? This is what they.
It will be. Well, it'll be in effect the first of next year.
Next year. Okay.
But like I said, we're going to be elected in those new districts. We will continue and to serve out in District 11 through the end of December.
Okay. And then you'll be in District 4.
Then I'll be in District 4, hopefully.
Well, that will come down to you and Mr. Dixon.
That's right. That's right. I mean, like I said, the people's choice.
Right. So, the drawing of the maps, redrawing of the districts was in response to the changing of the population,
Sure.
The census. And it's done every 10 years. And there was a move at one point that would have an outside third party redraw these districts. That did not materialize.
Well, you know, and of course, that bill came up. In fact, I think I even supported it. And the conservative group Civitas criticized us for doing it. He said because that's the legislator's job. It's not for some outside source to do it. And I don't think you can get the political party out of it completely anyhow, because the people's going to appoint that board is going to be partisan. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, you know, there's no way to get around it. It's just the fact that whichever party's in power at the end of every 10 years and you have the census is really going to have the upper hand as far as drawing the districts to their advantage.
So I guess you're just not going to be able to please everybody anyway.
You know what?
Yeah.
That's mighty hard. That's mighty hard.
That is very hard to do.
And Wayne, the other thing that I'd like to discuss this morning is the League of Municipalities has fought for quite some time and kept on what we call a frivolous lawsuit on this de-annexation bill that we've got in. And they lost this weekend because the court said that they were going to go ahead and hold a hearing. The hearing will be this morning in Wake County Superior Court. And it will be either in 10B or 10C, but they will announce it at 10 o'clock, which it's going to be in, and they will decide for sure if it's constitutional or not constitutional as far as the bill that we passed. And I I think that they're all probability they're going to rule in our favor, and they're going to say it's constitutional.
Now, this is a bill that affects the entire state of North Carolina.
It does, of course. One of them has to do. Part of it has to do with the de-annexation of some areas that were annexed, and the other is the new rules as far as annexation, where that they have got to get at least 60% of those folks in the area that will agree to annexation.
To be annexed.
Right. It's a big change, and of course the League of Municipalities has fought it because they've had kind of no hose barred possibility of annexation. I think that the intent of the law back in 1959 was a good law, but I think a lot of the municipalities got way out in left field as far as annexation, and a lot of people didn't feel they were dealt with justly. And so, I mean, I hope within an hour or so this morning that they'll wrap it up and make that final decision.
So the way it stands, if 60% of the residents within an area to be annexed agrees to annexation, then it's going to be annexed.
Sure.
That area will be annexed.
Sure.
So it's just not. It sounds as if there's going to be, and the decision will be made this morning.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm happy to see that get behind us. We got two good things happen this weekend that the courts ruled on, and I think we just move forward. We got a lot of other things to be concerned about as far as the economy and get things moving. So I mean, we don't need to be messing around with district lines and this as far as the annexation. Let's go ahead and move forward.
So what are we moving forward to? Some of the other things on your plate.
Well, the other things on the plate, of course, I've got. Tomorrow I'm going to Duplin County and try to get more acquainted with the people down there.
Yeah.
Go to the Board of Elections and get voter list as far as the people that's going to be in District 4. And also on Wednesday, I've got a committee meeting in Raleigh, which is on agriculture regulations. I go back there. Thursday, I've got a doctor's appointment. I've got a meeting with a businessman here in Wayne County. I've got a Red Cross at 3 o'clock. I've got the chamber event that night. And so I think I'm going to be running from one to another, but I mean, it looks like a busy week.
Well, that's what you do, isn't it?
That's what keeps me young.
That's what you mentioned Red Cross. For many years, you were very closely associated with the Red Cross on the board, and staying very busy. And we would encourage everyone to support the Red Cross, give blood, volunteer.
Very, very much so. I mean, Wayne, I tell you what, I mean, the Red Cross, our local Red Cross, is one of the best chapters anywhere around, and we do a great job as far as responding to the needs of the community. I went the other day, though, and tried to give blood, and they wouldn't let me give blood because I had a procedure coming up. And I said, well, I think I can give blood. They said, well, we'd rather not do it, but try to go down. You can go every 2 months and give blood, and it doesn't hurt, and just think it saves a lot of lives. So I'd encourage you to really support your local Red Cross, and also with money.
And with money, of course.
Absolutely.
So before we let people know how to contact you, what's up next between you and Mr. Dixon? Are you going to be meeting with Mr. Dixon?
Yes, of course. In fact, in the committee meeting I'm on Wednesday, we'll be meeting, and of course, Mr. Dixon and I have agreed we're going to run a very clean campaign. And we've got a lot. We see issues basically the same way on a lot of things. I hope that people will think that in Wayne County that my experience as far as 8 years as county commissioner and hopefully they feel I've served them well in Raleigh, that they'll support me. But I mean, I'm sure he's got supporters that's very, very much aligned with him. So we'll see. It's people's choice, like I said.
So if anyone wants to contact Representative Efton Sager, how do they do so?
Okay, the best way is on my cell phone. It's 919-922-1484. Locally, if you want to call me on my landline, that's fine also. It's 735-9458. In Raleigh, my phone number is 919-733-5755. My legislative website is efton.sager@ncleg.net. I've got a personal web page that's been revised right now, is eftonsager.org. And just hit me up when you see me downtown, and we'll talk about whatever you want to talk about.
So let's just say that if anybody wanted to get in touch with you, there's a multitude of ways they could do that.
And they can always call Wayne Alley, and Wayne Alley he'll find me.
That's exactly right, because I know where you are, sir. All right, Mr. Efton Sager, Representative, North Carolina House 11. Right now. We'll see how that turns out. And we appreciate very much your being here today.
Thank you, Wayne. Always a pleasure.